Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. Daniel Saludo here, along with Andrew Chang. We are on to week 6 of the 2020 NFL season. No Thursday night games this week because this is Thursday night right now. I know it felt like I was missing something.
Wait, tonight's Thursday?
Yeah, tonight's Thursday.
Holy smokes, dude.
Yeah, so no Thursday night games because that game got moved to Monday. So we are starting with the early Sunday games here. The first game we have is Chicago at Carolina. Chicago is the favorite. Carolina is the favorite here at -1.5, and your total is 44.5. So Chicago gets teased up to 7.5. Carolina gets teased across the 0 to +4.5. Your over gets teased down to 38, and your under gets teased up to 50.5. So what are we feeling like here, bro?
Well, I don't know if Carolina's been the sleeper pick, but they've kind of surprised everybody, I think, who gambles quite a bit.
I think just in general, they've surprised a lot of the NFL and people watching.
Yeah. With that being said, what does surprise me is Nick, you let me down like a couple weeks ago and last week. Very terrible. So I will say...
Just because he ruined your Thursday night bet.
He ruined my perfect record. So, anyways, none of that, America. Looking at the lines again, Carolina, the first time that Carolina is a favorite, I think this
season.
year.
Yeah, this is the first time they're a favorite.
It's a little weird. And
not really. I mean, they're home technically, and they are on a pretty good run right now. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of fair to let them be the favorite.
Okay, it's fair. And
I don't know if I can make Chicago to be the favorite in this. At worst, it's a pick 'em, but I can understand why Carolina is a very slight favorite here.
Okay. I think the Bears defense will kind of lay it down on them, you know? Am I boring you? Sorry, Danny. Let me go ahead and just tell America what I like. I would take the under.
Oh, you woke me up. Under. Wow.
Okay, right.
I'm up, man. Woo.
Dude.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, I just don't...
Low scoring? You thinking low scoring?
Looking at the Bears and Nick Foles, I just don't think they can put up any points on the board, to be honest with you. Carolina is the only one that I think is... but, you know, if Carolina manages the game well, I do see that game kind of an under situation. What about you, my friend? Like, what are you thinking?
I'm quickly looking at seeing how they did on other games. Mm-hmm. Because I think you're right that Chicago's hit mostly overs.
Chicago's has hit overs? Or
unders.
Oh.
They're 3 unders and 2 overs on teaser lines.
Okay.
I said that right. 3 unders, 2 overs. Yeah.
And could it possibly be that during those games, the over and the under hit?
No.
Okay.
No.
Just want to double check for you.
Because they blew out Detroit in the first week with no cornerbacks.
Oh, but that was like
them.
Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, and then Atlanta, which was always going to be a shootout.
That's
so.
Atlanta.
That's a really good point, actually. Under's not a bad choice in this for a teaser, and it gets you over 50. It's not too bad.
Well, come on. What were you thinking about?
I originally was thinking about this, and I was like, I think, I know you're gonna slap me here in a minute. I think I was originally just liking Carolina on its own.
Oh, okay. Well,
and then
I thought you were gonna say the Bears.
And then I was like, well, if you tease it to 4.5, you don't get a ton of value. Teasing across the 0, it's not recommended unless you really think a team is going to win, like Carolina, and you just want the insurance of a field goal or a 24-20, something like that. So it's not that bad of a choice here. But if you're going to bet Carolina, you might as well just take the spread line at 1.5 or bet the money line at -125. But you might as well get ready to get that hand ready.
What?
Open it up.
Oh.
All right. I lean Chicago 7.5.
Oh, dude.
I have to. I have to. The reason why.
Oh, dude, that's ridiculous, man.
I have to for 2 reasons. I have to for 2 reasons. Number one, it's value over a touchdown in a game that I consider somewhat close. Just calm down, bro.
I just wanted to see if you smell any different, sir.
It's the same. That's weird, but the same. I I have to go with the value here. Play number one, and number two, I do like Carolina, and there's no doubt that I like Teddy Bridgewater, and they've got good offense, but their defense has been a little bit of a hamper to them. Albeit their pass defense has been a little bit better recently, but in a close game that either team can win in this, I feel like the value is to go with the 7.5 points. You bring up really good points on the under. Chicago does lean under in this. It would be a little different if Carolina was not home, but yeah, I know there's not much of home field advantage, but still, it's less travel that you have to do right now. So I have to lean with Chicago. But if I was gonna bet Carolina, I would either just take the money line or take the spread.
Okay.
Just because I have to go with pure value here. I'm probably gonna eat my words because I really don't like Chicago. I still think they're terribly overrated. They're a fraud form. They're a fraud form one team for sure.
Oh, dang.
I mean, honestly, let's be real here. If Tom Brady, had his brain in properly and realized it was fourth down, he at least gets that game to overtime.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I like that.
I think Carolina's offense will struggle some, especially in the pass game. We'll see what happens, but I think the value. I think I just have to go with the straight value play because in a 1, 2, 3 point game, I just want as many points as possible.
And you know what? I'm not gonna give you an EX Shoryuken. I'm not gonna give you a Shoryuken at all or a Hadoken because what you say is true.
If you could actually do that, I would like.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for your roof, even though I am winning in bets. But I do like the fact that you bring up value. That is good value. I mean, this is just not. I can say this for myself. That's not a game that I'm going to bet.
Not gonna bet.
But if I were to bet, I would feel just a little bit comfortable for the under.
Yeah.
But your reasoning is sound. You know, like if you deem it a close game, then go ahead and take the extra points. However, if you think Carolina is going to win just straight up, don't even bother pairing it with anything else.
No,
just go ahead and take
bet it. Just bet it straight.
Money line or the straight.
Yeah.
So.
Because you're actually losing value outside of you analyzing this like 100% on the spot.
It's 4.5. I mean, honestly,
it's over a field goal. It's over 4, which is 3 is a key number. 4 is a somewhat of a key number. But it's not enough. When you're teasing, you want to tease over certain things unless you analyze it properly in a certain way, and you could still be wrong and lose out. So
that's right. So
you did bring up a really good point on the under. So it's actually not something we would do, but if you were in love with this game,
or if you're a fan of
either side, you could bet. Yeah, you could bet. Chicago 7.5 under 15.5. It's not the worst thing out there. We've actually done worse. He did last week, but we'll get into that later.
Now I'm gonna give you the Shoryuken. Yeah. You better exit out right now, Danny.
Hey, you should take some advice from me along with taking your own advice as well. That's all I've ever said. That's why we do this show, to give you two different perspectives and to make you think. But in this case, I'm just gonna take most of the value of 7.5 with Chicago, even though it kills me to do that. I just lost a rib or something just saying that alone. Andrew likes the under at 50.5. Not a bad choice.
I'm gonna have that rib for dinner tomorrow.
Oh my God, cannibal. But until next time, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the information you got in this video, make sure you like it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. That way you are up to date with all of our videos and previews that are upcoming. Leave us a comment below what you think of this game. Do you think it's a good idea to tease and bet Chicago, or do you think it's a terrible idea? Let us know, and I'll be happy to defend myself or try and defend him. But until then, make sure you get your bets in, and of course, don't forget to be a tease.